This is Dr. Troy Fullerton from Bilingual Barrier Busters, and I want to talk tonight about learning a language such as Spanish, any language that we're having to learn as a second language. There's all kinds of debate out there about the best way to get words in, and I'm here to tell you it really doesn't matter. You can read, you can study vocabulary, you can pick things up in conversation. All of that is valid. You know, even Duolingo or any of the language learning platforms out there, anything that gets the words in is a good start. Here's the deal. After you have front-loaded the vocabulary in whatever way you do it, a language is its words. There's no getting around actually learning the words. But after you front-loaded the vocabulary, you're going to process them. You're going to process those words differently depending on how they're presented to you. So you can learn a word and have it down, know what it is, but the first time you hear it spoken in a conversation, it may throw you, because you're just not used to processing it that way. Then once you make the connection, you're like, oh, that's what that word means. Okay, I get it. Now you have it. So all of that to say, don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Use whatever resources are available to you. It's all the language. It all front loads the words. But then also be eclectic about the way you actually use the language. Don't limit yourself to reading or just to listening or just to speaking or just to writing either. You know, you need to use all different areas. You need to experience the language in all different ways, in different contexts, and from different speakers. If you only use your language with just certain people, perhaps a teacher in a classroom, or perhaps just a certain family or just certain friends, then there's a lot you're leaving on the table. There's a lot you're not hearing. You need to hear different accents. You need to hear different people. Yes, start somewhere. Start somewhere and do whatever you have to get the words in, but then use them in different ways. There are all kinds of resources available. There are resources on YouTube. There are resources on phone apps. There are reading materials that you can pick up, oftentimes for free, in any city with any size at all. There is liable to be a bilingual newspaper or even just a Spanish language newspaper. There is a lot out there, especially anymore. So don't limit yourself. Remember, if you're using an electronic resource, you can probably slow down the speech to practice with it. Just don't forget to speed it back up again after you have, to get used to how it sounds at normal speed. Happy learning.